Many rural areas of KELOLAND have been dealing with flooding for months, and one Turner County farmer is no exception. We show you what he's up against straight ahead.
Plus, a motorcyclist is recovering following a crash on a busy Sioux Falls road. A look at the scene coming up.
And repairs are being made to a large sinkhole that opened up on a Rapid City road. A closer look at that just ahead.
Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
First off, floodwater is still impacting many areas of KELOLAND, not only flooding people with water, but also problems.
Any chance at harvesting crops have been washed away for one farmer out in Turner County. Brad Robs has been dealing with the floodwaters since March, making it difficult to take care of his livestock and turning his front yard into a river.
The water's up. The current on our yard is so swift, and there's so many holes and cuts you can't tell where they're at.
All the water is making certain tasks feel impossible, like planting crops and watching over his livestock.
Some dry weather and sunshine will be welcome news, especially for farmers. Let's get a check on the forecast with meteorologist Scott Bunt.
Well, we do have that going as we go through much of this week. We'll go with mostly dry skies, just slight chances for an isolated shower, thunder shower here and there later tonight and even into tomorrow. Otherwise, today will be warm and windy. Talked about that isolated chance of rain. Mostly dry and warm this week. A lot of 80s will be for the afternoon high temperatures throughout much of the week. But cooler temperatures do start to come in maybe second half of the weekend, especially across western South Dakota, and I think that trend may continue next week. For more forecast details, we'll talk to Brian Karstens in just a couple of minutes.
Thanks, Scott. Flags in South Dakota will fly at half-staff today and tomorrow in the wake of a deadly shooting in Virginia Beach on Friday. Governor Kristi Noem sent out the order following a directive by President Trump. 12 people were killed in the shooting.
We hope to find out more details on a crash involving a motorcycle in Sioux Falls over the weekend. A sergeant with the Sioux Falls Police Department tells KELOLAND News that the motorcyclist survived but suffered serious injuries. The sergeant says the motorcycle was hit by a pickup north of the intersection of 18th Street and Minnesota Avenue. The driver of the pickup was given a citation. A South Dakota couple died after their motorcycle collided with a farm trailer that broke free from a tractor southwest of the Twin Cities. The crash happened Saturday afternoon. The State Patrol identified the couple killed as 60-year-old Marvin Fandrich and 61-year-old Kathy Fandrich of Aberdeen.
The search for Serenity Denard continues as today marks 4 months after she went missing. The 9-year-old girl was last seen on February 3rd after leaving the Children's Home Society near Rockerville. Sunday, the Pennington County Sheriff's Office says that the girl wasn't found over the weekend. However, both the search and investigation will continue.
Work will continue today to fill in a sinkhole that opened in a Rapid City neighborhood. On Friday, city crews started backfilling the sinkhole, which was discovered Thursday in front of a home in the northwestern part of the city. Public Works Director Dale Tech says a void deep underground gave way, causing the sinkhole. Work on filling the sinkhole will continue into this week. Brian?
All right, quite a job there. All right, forecast here. How about less rain in the forecast? We see that, I think, right now going forward today. Thunderstorm chances, of course, going south into Nebraska. We've been tracking some morning rain just clipping along the Missouri River Valley, but even that's pretty minimal. Now, later in the day, there could be a couple more flare-ups in Nebraska. We'll keep that in mind, but I think that to the northwest, say Mobridge and Buffalo, we're going to entertain a couple of these rain chances too through Aberdeen overnight tonight. And then in between, there should be plenty of gaps where there's not a lot going on. Tomorrow is a little more interesting because we've got heat and humidity building, but will we get thunderstorms to spark? And I think that at the very most scattered activity, and that would be later in the day. You see some of that coming in from the northwest, so that's your key. Watch your rain to the northwest of you. If you see some things gathering, that's a better chance of rain. Otherwise, there will be many spots that'll get fairly minimal amounts of rain. And temperatures, nice 80s the rest of the work week. And yeah, very little rain chance until maybe late next weekend, but that's a ways off here. Aberdeen too, a nice solid week in the 80s. Again, the rain chances up front tonight and tomorrow are there, 20 to 30%. That's also true for Pierre, 89 tomorrow, 83 on Wednesday, and the forecast for Rapid City also stays in the 80s. Maybe a couple more hits of rain coming out of the Black Hills, but it's nothing like what we've had. It does cool though by day 7, guys.
Thanks, Brian, and thanks for joining us for KELOLAND on the Go. Be sure to join us on air for midday in KELOLAND.
Until then, you can get up to the minute developments right here on KELOLAND.com. Now go have a great day.